Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The largest possible quantity. The greatest or most complete or best possible. Maximum pressure. The greatest possible degree. The point on a curve where the tangent changes from positive on the left to negative on the right. The largest possible quantity. The limit on the upper, or northernmost, side of something. The greatest or most complete or best possible. Maximal expansion. The greatest possible degree. Of the greatest possible degree or extent or intensity. Utmost contempt. The greatest possible degree. He tried his utmost. Highest in extent or degree. Comparatives of far, most remote in space or time or order. The utmost tip of the peninsula. Of the greatest possible degree or extent or intensity. In the uttermost distress. The greatest possible degree. Comparatives of far, most remote in space or time or order. Greatest or maximal in degree, extreme. Supreme folly. Greatest in status or authority or power. A supreme tribunal. Final or last in your life or progress. The supreme sacrifice. Highest in excellence or achievement. Supreme among musicians. Change or cause to change directly from a solid into a vapor without first melting. Sublime iodine. Inspiring awe. The sublime beauty of the night. Worthy of adoration or reverence. Greatest or maximal in degree, extreme. The sublime absurdity of the creative process. Vaporize and then condense right back again. Of high moral or intellectual value, elevated in nature or style. Lifted up or set high. Their hearts were jocund and sublime. The point located farthest from the middle of something. The most extreme possible amount or value. The highest point, of something. At the peak of the pyramid. AV shape. The most extreme possible amount or value. Voltage peak. To reach the highest point. Attain maximum intensity, activity. That wild, speculative spirit peaked in 1929. The top or extreme point of something, usually a mountain or hill. The view from the peak was magnificent. A brim that projects to the front to shade the eyes. The highest level or degree attainable. The highest stage of development. The peak of perfection. The period of greatest prosperity or productivity. An indefinite quantity that is above the average in size or magnitude. An indefinite quantity that is above the average in size or magnitude. The mathematical value toward which a function goes as the independent variable approaches infinity. Decide upon or fix definitely. The greatest possible degree of something. To the limit of his ability. Restrict or confine within limits. I limit you to 2 visits to the pub a day. Place limits on, extent or amount or access. Limit the time you can spend with your friends. The boundary of a specific area. Final or latest limiting point. The greatest amount of something that is possible or allowed. There are limits on the amount you can bet. As far as something can go. The greatest possible degree of something. A line determining the limits of an area. The line or plane indicating the limit or extent of something. Form the boundary of, be contiguous to. Bound by contract. A light, self-propelled movement upwards or forwards. Spring back. Spring away from an impact. Covered or wrapped with a bandage. An injury bound in fresh gauze. The greatest possible degree of something. What he did was beyond the bounds of acceptable behavior. Usually followed by to, governed by fate. Bound to happen. Headed or intending to head in a certain direction, often used as a combining form as in college-bound students. Children bound for school. Place limits on, extent or amount or access. Move forward by leaps and bounds. The horse bounded across the meadow. A line determining the limits of an area. The line or plane indicating the limit or extent of something. Bound by an oath. A bound official. Confined by bonds. Bound and gagged hostages. Confined in the bowels. He is bound in the belly. Held with another element, substance or material in chemical or physical union. Secured with a cover or binding, often used as a combining form. Bound volumes.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.